All right, Louis Martinez, you were listening there to General Ryder as he was giving the briefing, talking about this review that was done about SecDef Lloyd Austin and his secretive hospitalization. Bottom line, they say it won't happen again. Let's talk about the checks and balances and how we're going to move forward here so we know exactly where our key cabinet members are at all times.
Carrie, that's a really good summary because, as you heard, this review found no ill intent and no attempt to obfuscate, and essentially said, when you read it, it's a 3-page unclassified summary. It's a much longer classified summary that has been provided to Capitol Hill. But when you read the 3-page summary, you come away with the inclination that the officials were doing what they have done in the past. In other words, his staff recognized that a transfer of authority needed to happen. There was no requirement to actually tell the Deputy Secretary of Defense or other senior leaders why exactly the transfer of authority was taking place. So they just did SOP, standard operating procedure. Of course, that was probably not the right thing to do here, as we saw from the outrage that we saw on Capitol Hill, and also the condemnation and the criticism that we saw being lobbed in all political circles, and especially at the White House, because even the White House was being kept in the dark about what was going on. But what you did hear from General Ryder here is that they're talking about recommendations. Some of them are already put into place immediately. Now they're going to be codified, and other policy changes will be made. But as happened with his second hospitalization a few weeks ago, they learned very rapidly here at the Pentagon about what happened that first time around. And within hours, they had notifications out about exactly why he was hospitalized and that he had been hospitalized, which was not even done before.
You know, Louis, you talked about the White House, understandably upset. How about the Pentagon? You're over there all the time. You talk to senior officers. These are people, you know, the chain of command, the discipline of the military, the notion that the national security rests on pretty much every single person doing the right thing as much as possible. What has been the feeling among senior commanders about what happened here?
Well, Terry, I get the sense that there's been some shaking of heads about the whole episode of how could this happen. You hear from lower-ranking officers, they say, you know, I need to tell my boss exactly where I am at all times. The same should happen to my bosses. And in this case, this is the senior commander of the U.S. military, the civilian control of the military. You have Lloyd Austin here as the defense secretary. I think the presumption has always been that his whereabouts, his health status is always something that should be known. And I think it's opened eyes here at the Pentagon that those procedures weren't fully in place. And I think one of the things that reporters have asked about is where was the intellectual curiosity among all of these officers and individuals? Why didn't they share the information? Apparently, they didn't think it was necessary at that point. You heard General Austin there list 3 reasons why: the privacy law, their concerns about maintaining his privacy, and that his health status kept changing and was constantly in flux. But I think when you talk to people here, they would say that that's not enough.
Louis, appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.